South A and North A. Oh, South America, North America. Smart.
Frodan kind of dropping the ball on us there. He's new to this whole graphics thing, guys. He's we know that he's not as good at it as I am, but he'll learn. He'll learn.
Catz is, of course, our Peruvian Zerg on the right top side of Cloud Kingdom, and Ben once more he decided to open up with the 7 pool.
This is
Phantaxx.
I mean, this has been standard for Catz on 2-player maps for a long time.
Yes.
And Phantaxx, I think, is going to be very smart and go Forge before Nexus because he's playing against Catz.
Wow, this is a 9 Forge. Well, he scouted, so yeah, he scouted 9, of course. Never mind, I thought I was looking at Catz supply, it's standard 13 Forge. I was really surprised. I was like
really confused.
I was like 9 Forge? How is that even possible? How does that even work out? Never mind, so it's a standard opening for Phantaxx, but Cloud Kingdom, one of the easiest maps to get the full wall off, as 3 big buildings will completely wall you off. He can drop the cannon before he can drop this. Oh, well, actually, no, he won't be able to get away with that. He's 2 probes over here right now, Ben. I kind of wonder why he's sending out so many probes. He has a probe over here in the net. He's sending out 1 more probe right now. He really needs to stop wiping in this gate.
Drone gets there just a second too late. Will not be able to block that gateway from going down. But 1, 2, 3, 4 lings able to hit that gateway. It's going to make it a little bit close.
Maybe 5. No, 5 do not fit.
I don't think that's a wall at all, but that sure is, and that was well done by Phantaxx.
Yeah, very well.
Smart.
Very good defense by Phantaxx, but as silly as it sounds, guys, this doesn't mean that Protoss is very far ahead. Certainly not, Ben, considering the fact there were 2 probes on the map, so Protoss was really not mining that much more in this phase. This is basically 11 workers against 9, including some cancelled buildings.
Yep, Phantaxx did also invest in the pylon to block Catz's natural expansion, so that's 100 more minerals that are not going towards his Nexus.
Catz made way more links now, by the way. He's up to 10 links. And he's just going to try to bust through. He's going to try to kill this probe. Well, that's going to be good enough. Well, good reflex right there by Phantaxx. But as I said, it's as silly as it sounds. Protoss is not really ahead right now. As it is 15 workers against 11, but we have a probe over here on the left top side, we have a probe in the natural, we have a probe on the right side. So basically, Ben, it's 12 against 11.
Yeah, income tab shows us that they're mining close to the same amount of money. Phantaxx ever so slightly ahead. Catz still hasn't taken another hatchery anywhere, and what is he going to follow this up with?
Ukraine star build.
Ukraine Star's build is best build.
Yeah, but not against double wall, double gate, double pipe.
And that's kind of what
double forge.
That's kind of what Phantaxx has going on over here.
Yeah. Catz tries to sneak in immediately once more. Wow, Phantaxx is really forced to waste a lot of money on this, though.
Only now is he going to be able to start his Nexus.
Look at Unit's last resource tab, and this is almost all from cancelled buildings. That's a lot of stuff.
That is crazy. Catz will finally work on getting his own natural expansion up. So Nexus and Hatchery going down at approximately the same time.
It's cray, Ben.
And this game will reset.
I guess the reason why Phantaxx sent out that additional probe so early on is because he was afraid that Catz was going to follow this up with something crazy, like maybe a Baning Bus, maybe a Roach follow-up, while he would go into heavy macro mode as soon as he defended. And he was afraid he would lose his first probe, so he wanted to have a backup scouting plan and see the additional all-in coming. But it seems like that didn't happen, and now in the end, Ben, that really costed him a lot of minerals.
It did indeed, Kevin, and Catz is going to just transition into some more or less standard play behind this. 3 hatch, no gas.
And he's 5 workers ahead right now. Isn't that cray?
That is
cray.
A little bit impressive, honestly.
Say it's cray, Ben.
It is cray. it is outright cray. And you've kind of touched on all the reasons why. Phantaxx invested in 2 cannons. Phantaxx invested in multiple gateways that were canceled a couple of times. Why are you laughing?
I just thought it was funny how you said that.
How I said cray?
Yeah. Because it's a word you would never ever say, so I keep trying to make you say it.
Why? These games have been cray.
Yeah, I know. It's cray.
The entire last NASL Season 4 qualifier was cray.
I know. I find it cray too. Alright, as we see Catz sacrificing an Overlord in the main base of Phantaxx, but since Phantaxx has been so broke, Ben, cray as it sounds, he doesn't he doesn't have any additional tech buildings yet.
That is right. That is right indeed. Is Warp Gate's on the way. That's something. But what is the mid game going to be?
I have no idea, but I truly hope he's not going to follow it up with a crazy all-in, because the economical situation that both these guys in heavily favors Catz. And right now it just barely favors him, but that also means that in 1 minute it's going to heavily favor him. And this push from Phantaxx, if he would go for a standard rover push, is going to come so much later than it normally comes that I don't see it work.
Oh, Catz is staying kind of cray, Kev. He's got 4 gas in his layer on the way. And
wow, that was the sickest ride. Wow, man, I think we found your future
man, I'm
career.
not done. Listen to what I say. So, I mean, it's very possible that some mutas are on the way.
Oh! I'm loving it, man. Nice talk here by Phantaxx, but Catz is doing an excellent job in keeping those drones alive. Morphing it in sport class. Oh, the queen got really cray and decided to attack his own hatchery. But fortunately that ended up. Wow, Ben, I never knew you had those hidden talents. That was good. I'm gonna write it down.
Ling is streaming out for Catz. His layer's about 90% complete. In all honesty, I would be more surprised if we saw Muta than I would be if he just went back to Infestor again. I do think that is his preferred layer tech of choice. But anything is possible, and Muta can be an answer to the immortal pushes that...
Yeah, I think Mutas are great.
Yeah. It's just that you counter, you disable the economy, and
you pick off the War Prism, maybe?
eventually deal with the push with Spine Crawlers and whatever else you can get out.
Yeah.
But in fact, Catz does drop that Infestation Pit because that is what Catz does.
And Infestors are, of course, very good against 2-base all-ins as well. Now, it would have been awesome if Phantaxx perhaps faked a little bit of 4-gate +1 and then dropped a quick third Nexus. I think that would have worked out quite well for him, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Catz is not that far ahead economically, but he is mining off 3 bases, which helps a lot, and he is 7 to 8 workers ahead. Well, we do see 6 more gates going up and for our Protoss player. So it seems more and more like that we are going to see one of those immortal pushes, and well, Infestors should definitely be out in time. The Infestation Pit is done right now.
Yeah.
Start Pathogen Glands immediately, and those Infestors will spawn with enough energy to fungal.
Start those Infestors at 31 of 80 seconds of completion on that Pathogen Glands research, and they will spawn with the energy for fungal growth.
Look at James Bond. Now he plants a bomb.
I'm behind enemy lines, Captain. Wow, what if changelings could plant bombs?
Yeah, like plant a bomb and then you see him jump and then he jumps out of the cliff with a parachute.
What if a Terran player had Widow Mines in his base and then they stuck onto a changeling and then you ran the changeling into the SCVs?
That would be very smart.
Smart.
If only, man.
If only, Kev. Probe does notice and kill that changeling, so Catz is now in the dark, but I think he saw... Well, what did he see? I think everything, basically.
I hope that Phantaxx is going for a full wall of them, because Catz already shown that he wants to go for the counter immediately with all those links, but there is a full wall of. Wow, actually, not sure if that. Never mind. I want to say something smart, but I'm not going to risk.
Lings do catch these sentries out in the middle of the map, and forces a lot of force field and will even kill 1 or 2 sentries.
So many of them. That was a lot of energy, and yes, this is still a lot of sentries, so there will still be quite a few force fields. But I do think that was definitely worth it, because not just that the fact that he burned a lot of energy, he delayed the push, and that's everything that matters in these 2 base pushes, because that means every second that comes by, more and more Infestors are going to be out for Catz, and Infestors are the real answer to these gateway pushes.
Yeah, every second does count, and you know that's seconds for Infestors, that's seconds for Spine Crawlers, that's seconds to establish energy so that you've got lots of fungal growth, and you can also, of course, get more units out in that time. Here comes Phantaxx.
Oh, look at all the sentries.
A couple of spines are uprooted, but great fungals immediately for Catz, catching a lot of sentries. And
oh, this army is running so low on HP already.
I think this is going to be dealt with. Lings are finally going to come streaming out. There is no more energy for fungal. Oh, I'm sorry, for force field. Last 2 force fields being thrown down just now, and Catz is going to hold easily.
Very easily. Great game by Catz here on Cloud Kingdom, and wins this game convincingly after all, but the series was far from easy, so hats off to Phantaxx, because I know all about it. When you play against a player like Catz, you're paranoid about so many things. It's not easy to go up against Catz, because he always feels so comfortable in these unorthodox situations, because he's in there like every second game, so there's nobody better in creating weird circumstances than Catz is. And I think Phantaxx, despite making a few obvious errors, like certainly in the last game, like if he wouldn't have been too safe, if he would have just like cut a few more probes, I think he could have made it even more difficult on Catz, but still hats off, as he gave him a very good fight.
Yeah, played great games, was really convincing in his first game, but Catz ultimately able to bring him back through a very long game on Daybreak, and then a great defense on Cloud Kingdom. Catz advances to the next round. Our next game is going to be Coca versus Golden, a ZVZ. So
Should
stick
be good.
around for that. I am very excited to see the Slayer Zerg versus the former Light Zerg.
Now Quantic.
That's right. Commercial time.